All right, welcome back to another KC Sports Report live stream. First of all, happy Mother's Day. This is going to be a shorter stream today. Obviously, I want you guys to go spend times with your mom. So I am going to keep it short and sweet, but the Royals are kind of struggling. The last time I talked to you, they were coming off of a pretty good road trip where they won the majority of the games. I think they went like 4-2, or maybe they went 5-1. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but since the last time that I talked to you, they haven't won a game. We are 1 for 9 in our last 10 games. The Royals, they're playing horrible baseball right now. Offense, defense, I was gonna say special teams, wrong sport. Offense, defense, pitching, it's just all not coming together right now. Again, I don't really know what to say, to be quite honest with you. There was some spots where I thought that the Chiefs, again, getting confused with my sports right now. There were some spots where I think that the Royals could have won in a few games, but they just didn't do it. A perfect example of that is I can't remember when it was. It was a few days ago when Shane Bieber and Daniel Lynch, who was making his debut, were going up against each other, and they were cutting it pretty. No. That was Shane Bieber and Brady Singer. We had a chance to win that game. Crazy events happened. Brady Singer ended up getting tossed after earlier in the inning. The thumbnail of this video is Cal Elder, the pitching coach, got livid and just flipped on Angel Hernandez. He got tossed. Matheny got tossed. And then after the inning was over, Brady Singer had some questionable words for Angel Hernandez, which I like to see. I think that it's good to have a guy that has that fire in him and he wants to compete and he I don't know. I liked what we saw from him, but the Royals got swept in a 4-game series against the Indians. They got swept against the White Sox. They've lost their last 8 straight games. It's not looking good right now. And I wish that I could tell you that it was going to get better. Tomorrow, I believe they have the off day and then they go to Detroit, but they got to rebound quickly because we're losing. We lost our 7 games above 500 lead in about a week. And that's what honestly is the most disappointing for me. I mean, you built up this lead. The Royals were playing so well. You started off your season better than, dare I say, any Royals team since the championship contender in 14 and 15. I mean, you got off to your best start since then, and you build up this lead, and all it takes is 1 week for that to just come crashing down. And it's unbelievable. I can't believe it happened so quickly. Again, for the new people that are just joining, happy Mother's Day. This is going to be a shorter stream because go spend time with your mothers. Don't watch me. But I wanted to get on here and talk about the last week of Royals baseball because, like I said earlier, since I talked to you last week, the Royals have not won a game. And that's frustrating. I just think that the whole team's cold right now. And I was pretty pissed off about the pitching. I thought the pitching could have been better. Duffy and occasional Singer outings, they're really the only bright spots in this rotation. I'm still very, very disappointed in Brad Keller. Mike Minor's just meh. I mean, he'll eat up some innings today, but I think he gave up 5 or 6 runs over 4 or 5 innings today, and it just wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. The Royals lost 9-3 today. The offense can't get going. Let me check that really quickly. In the last 4 games, and I hadn't really even noticed it because, I mean, I've been watching the games, but at the same time, like, they're very easy to tune out. So I believe that other than yesterday, the Royals hadn't scored a run in like 3 days. I'm trying to pull that up here really quickly. We've lost our last 3 series. We lost to Minnesota last week. Lost 2 out of 3 to them. We got swept by the Indians and then got swept by the Sox. So we had not scored. On Thursday, we didn't score a run. On Friday, we didn't score a run. And finally, on Saturday, we scored a run, but it was only 1 run. So this offense is struggling. They don't know what to do. The whole offense is cold. Perez isn't doing what we thought he was going to do. But you really can't pin it on him. It's basically just the whole team right now. The bullpen's been bad. Wade Davis, Greg Holland, our 2 reliable arms in Jesse Hahn and Kyle Zimmer are hurt right now. Josh Stammont's been okay, but he hasn't been very good. Scott Barlow, who I've been on for a long time, he's really not been it. I've not been happy with what we've seen from him. And the bullpen's honestly costed this team a few games. Earlier this week, the Royals had a chance to close out that game. Like I said, the Brady Singer game against Shane Bieber, and they didn't do it. They had a chance to close out that game on Monday night. They didn't do it. They lost 8-6. It's not just the hitting. I mean, the hitting has not been great recently, but keep in mind that we're not getting production from the whole team right now. Even Witt, who's been one of our more consistent hitters, I just feel like he has not been hitting extremely well recently. But, every major league team is going to go through slumps. The Dodgers are doing that right now. I think that I'm way behind on this stat. They could have turned it around. But last time that I checked, which was a couple days ago, I think they lost 10 out of their last 13 games. So hopefully they can bounce back from this. I think that there is not really any much farther down to go. I want to say it's going to get better. You got a quick 3-game series coming up here in Detroit. Then you go back to Chicago to play the White Sox. Not looking forward to that. Then you come home to play the Brewers for a quick 2-game series. That's interesting. But you got to bounce back against the Tigers. If you can't beat the Tigers, you're not going to beat anybody. And, this kind of serves me right. I was big on like, oh, maybe this Royals team can make the playoffs. Maybe they're good enough. I kind of bought the hype, and I shouldn't have, but I hadn't seen this team play like this in years, and I kind of bought it. I just bought it. So it is what it is. I think that we will get better. Let's see. Sup, Chiefs Kingdom, show support to Michael by donating a super chat. He's been putting in videos nearly every day. Show some love. I appreciate that, Kansas City Chiefs. Even if you guys don't want to support the channel through the super chat, just subscribe. We're trying to hit 6K. I think I'm going to have a Chiefs video coming out either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm trying to get Chiefs videos coming out almost on the daily. That's probably not going to happen, but every other day is a good thing to shoot for. And again, leave your Chiefs comments down below. If you guys want to see more Royals videos, I'm down to do that as well. But right now, this is not a fun team to talk about. I'm almost glad that today is Mother's Day because I couldn't dread talking about this team for the next 20, 30 minutes. I really couldn't because there's not much to talk about. I mean, every aspect of what makes the Royals a good team, they're not doing well at all. They can't pitch. They can't hit. They're not even playing good defense, which has been a Royals staple for so many years now. So that's what's the most frustrating is that I feel like not only can they not catch a break, I mean, today, when I was watching that game upstairs today, it seemed like they would line out every single time. They're hitting the ball hard. They're just hitting it right at somebody. Unfortunately, that's how baseball works. Eventually, you're going to get through that, and you're going to start hitting it where they ain't, so to speak. But right now is not that time. Right now is not that time whatsoever. But baseball, you got to be patient. 162 games. Even though we've lost our last 8, we've got to just remain calm. There's a lot of baseball left to be played. And keep in mind, we're 16-17 right now. We're 1 game below 500. I think if you told Royals fans this coming into the season, that if you were going to be a month in, you'd be 1 game below 500. I know from my perspective, I'd take that 9 times out of 10. I mean, I would love that. So even though it's really frustrating to see the lead that we built up go by so quickly, we're only 1 game out of 500, and I think that we're 3rd place in the AL Central. The Twins still haven't come around. I think that they're 12-20 last I checked, and the Tigers are bad as well. So being 3rd in the Central is not terrible. I'd like to be higher. Obviously, you want to win the division, but I also think that my reasonable expectations coming into this year were try to finish somewhere around 500. We're still trying to get to that goal. We're still trying to get around the 500 mark. And right now, I don't want to say it, but I kind of have to. The Royals kind of overachieved in the beginning of the season. Let's be honest here. No one expected them to do that. So I think that they kind of overachieved. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's a very good thing. Like I said, I'm happy about it. But when they overachieved, my levels of expectations went up because I thought, hey, you're winning. You're winning at a rate where if you keep doing this for an entire season, you're one of the best teams in baseball. And this team is just so hot or cold. Honestly, we've lost the last 8 games. I wouldn't be shocked if in a few days we go on like a 6 or 7 game winning streak. but it's just, can you ride the waves? The Royals have got to ride the waves and make sure that they don't get themselves too down over this losing streak. Because, and I've said this before, I was kind of frustrated with us losing all these games, but not because I thought it was the end of the world. I just thought that, in previous years when the Royals have fallen behind, to start out the season, they've lost the beginning season series. They've gotten themselves in like a 2-6 start. And I just feel like they can never climb out of that hole. And that's kind of what I see going on right now, is they can't let that happen. I get it. You had a 7-game lead. That's gone now. You're 1 game below 500. Don't let that grow. Don't let them don't let yourself dig yourself deeper in a hole. The Royals cannot do that. I mean, I think that, like I said, if they can ride the wave, they can get out of this losing streak. They're going to have a good chance to finish this year somewhere around 500, or even if we only win 70 to 75 games, it's an improvement. This team lost 100 games in back-to-back years the past 2 years. So I'd settle for about 75 wins. Would I like to win more? Oh, obviously. But let's be real here. I kind of thought that coming into the season that this was another rebuild year. Nobody expected this team to be a playoff team. Nobody thought that this team could compete for a division. No one thought that this team could compete for a wild card. Can they? Maybe. I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't put money on it. I just don't think that that's likely. But I've been saying it all along. The Royals are going to hit a wall, and they've hit the wall right now. But they got to find a way to get out of it. They have got to find a way to get out of it, because I think this team is capable of doing very good things. It's just you gotta get back to playing some good baseball, and the Royals have not been doing that the past week. So I appreciate everybody for coming out. This has been my short Mother's Day recap of the past week of Royals baseball. Like I said, not much to talk about. They lost the last 7 games. Honestly, this is kind of like what you do with a struggling hitter. You just got to wait it out, and you just got to say, you know what, you're going to get through this. It might take some time, but you just got to ride it out. So the Royals right now are on a pretty tough stretch, but baseball works well baseball works well. Baseball is a sport where you got plenty of time to correct things, and I think that it's so early in the season that this team can turn it around. So again, I appreciate everybody for coming out. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Go spend times with your moms. Don't stay here. But I will plug the Instagram, which is KC_sports report. You can get the merchandise. The link is in the bio. The Icon Lenny Dawson hoodie. You know how it is. You can subscribe here for more Chiefs and Royals content. I think I'm going to have a Chiefs video either coming out tomorrow or on Tuesday. Comment down below what kind of videos you want to see next. And as always, I'll be back here next week with another Royals weekly breakdown. But hopefully next time I talk to you, the Royals win a game. So with that being said, happy Mother's Day and have a great rest of your Sunday.